Flosstube, this is Ellen, and this is Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour. It's going to be maximum, it's going to be cross stitch, but it will not be an hour, God willing. How are you? How have you been? I've been good. Just had a couple of weeks of touring here in Southern Ontario, and that was good. Was good. Good to have a little bit of a hint of touring just to keep our skills sharp. And by skills, I mean doing this with the tambourine and my really, really bad dancing. One day I will give you a demonstration on how horribly I dance. I'm a bad dancer. I'm a good person, I'm a bad dancer. Some people can be both. I cannot. Anyway, so it was good to get back on the road, but it's always nice to not be on the road. I have a busy month this month. We just finished this touring. I'm going back to visit my mom for a week. We have a one-off show in Winnipeg, so I thought I would take that opportunity to spend a little time with my mom. The one-off is a private party. Somebody wanted us to play a private party. They probably could have gotten Van Halen. But anyway, so we're going to do this private party, then I come back, and then 3 days later, we're going on vacation, which we are looking forward to. And then March, I am blissfully free. I will have to rehearse because we're doing a new show for our April-May shows in the States. And so I'm going to have to dust off some of the old tunes that I haven't performed in 30 years. Literally 30 years. So that will be interesting. But looking forward to it all nonetheless. So I do this a lot. And I know it, and I can't stop. And I've noticed that other floss tubers do it too, so I don't feel too bad. But I'll try to stop doing this. And now it's going to bug you too. Welcome to my nightmare. All right, I'm looking at my notes. And I want to welcome new subscribers. I've had a couple of big bumps, and I think that has to do with a little shout out from Pam and Steph and from Caroline from Off the Grid. So thanks for that, you guys, because my ego needs subscribers. It is hungry. It is hungry. The more subscribers I have, the better I feel about myself. So you wouldn't want me to feel bad about myself, would you? No, you wouldn't. You're good people. Anyway, thanks for subscribing and for coming back and watching all this nonsense. It's nice to get to know y'all. I don't say y'all, just because y'all say y'all. So I guess now I say y'all. As I say, we did this tour, and I was lucky enough to meet some fellow stitchers along the way. I met Crafty Kim. She came to our Brampton show. She's so sweet, and I met her husband, and it was really nice to meet them. And I finally met Caroline for about 10 seconds, and her friends Vertude, Joanne, and Dawn. And it was really nice to even they just sort of did a drive-by, and I waved as they were going past. But it was nice to make a little mini connection, and I hope that I can spend a little bit more time with them in the future. Maybe in March when I have some downtime. That would be nice. So, okay, on to stitching. I found out 2 days ago that I'm doing a stitch along. I'm co-hosting a stitch along. This is my first time. And Sarah from Sarah Stitches invited me to do a stitch along with her for Jane Marshall, the Hands Across the Sea, there I did it again. The Hands Across the Sea benefit chart for the 2 Australian rural fire brigades. And so I said, okay, I'll do it. And so I threw something together. I threw a bunch of flosses that I just happened to have, and I hope that it won't look too weird. She and I are using completely different colors, so it will be very different, which will be interesting. So if you want to get in on this SAL, I know a lot of you are already doing it, and you don't have to start it today to be included in the SAL. You can already have started it. We're using the hashtag babysgotoutback. So check out that hashtag on Instagram and follow myself and Sarah. I'll put her information here, and you can follow her on Instagram if you already haven't. She has made a recent return to Flosstube. This is her Flosstube name right here. And she's really sweet. She's a Nova Scotia gal, and those are some of the best kinds of people, as we all know. All right, so the stitch along, works in progress. When I'm touring, it's hard to get stitchy time, just because your schedule is crazy and most of the time is spent either in poor lighting or in a van, and I can't stitch in a moving vehicle, unfortunately. I would get a lot done if I could, because I spend a lot of time in moving vehicles. But I did get a little bit of work done on Elizabeth by Carriage House Samplings. This is what she's supposed to look like. I'm doing a few color changes, and I'm changing a bunch of other things, but I like the general idea. And this is how far I've got. I hope that's focusing. You can see I've changed the word birds to free. I had to frog out all the space. I had stitched all the space underneath the bird cage. There's some leaves there. And I had to frog all of that out because I had put this leg of the table improperly by about 6 stitches because I'm not very smart. So I had to frog all of that out. It was literally probably an entire day's of work for me, like 4 or 5 hours of stitching that I had to frog out. So it doesn't look like I made much progress, but I really did spend a lot of time stitching on it. So I'm looking forward to getting those leaves redone and then moving over into that last little bird on the ground there, and then into the lady, who I'm calling Bettina after my friend. I'm actually thinking too of having the key, instead of having her hold it in her hand, having it dropping like she is, just letting them go and getting rid of the cages. Now, I have no problem. If you have a bird as a pet, don't worry. I'm not being all, judgy or weird. I know lots of people who have lovely birds as pets, and they take very good care of them. And there are even great rescue, bird rescue services out there that you can adopt and take on a rescued bird from a home that can no longer care for them. This is the reason I wanted to do this. It's part of a larger metaphor about caged animals. Oh, Wayne's here. Speaking of caged animals, or animals who should be in cages. A larger metaphor about animals in cages like roadside zoos and the like. Those are just nonsense. And if you like roadside zoos, I will fight you. I will find you and I will fight you. Not really, but we can have a talk. Next, descending order. I did a little bit. Again, I spent a lot of time frogging on this. This was the 2 weeks of the frog, I'm afraid, you guys. So it won't look like much progress, unfortunately. But for me, it did represent a good amount of stitching, because I did have a couple of days at home in between shows. So here's where I am on this. I didn't get any more down on the border. It goes down even further. Like, that's about how long it is. It's a long girl. She's tall, but I am loving this. It's a little stop and starty and color changey, but it's not anything like Rosewood Manor, the inspiration. So this is much better, but I'm loving it. I love the colors. And I like stitching something that, is kind of about my mom and my foremothers. And it's a little bit of my history, because I don't know, well, my mom knows a lot about our family history, but I'm going to have to talk with her more about that, or get her to write it all down. Actually, she does write it all down. She's very good. My last work in progress is this little freebie mini that I got from Kitten Stitcher in one of my orders from her. It's by Marjorie Massey, and it's just a little small. There are so many mistakes in this. I've had to fudge it almost in every single motif and thing. The only thing that I have right is the border. Everything else is off, and I'm just gonna have to deal with it, because I'm not frogging it. I'm just not. Anyway, it's a cute little piece. I wanted to use up some of the dinky dyes that I was gifted by Trish at Threads and Twine, so it's nice to be able to try those out on that. I'm actually not crazy about using silks. I generally don't use silk. I prefer cotton. I find the silks a little bit fussy. So for me, cotton is good. Love it. Finish. I have a finish. Stacy Nags, Stacy Nash Pig Pin Keep. Isn't that cute? When I saw it, I knew I had to have it, and I had to stitch it, especially because it's on that murky Picture This Plus murky fabric, which is the best. It is the best fabric ever. And this is what, I'm done. Oops, I'm folding it the wrong way. Hang on. I don't know if it'll matter. And I changed the word pins to April in honor of April from Happily Ever Esther Farm Sanctuary. I changed the dark red to Country Redwood, I think that's it, from Gast, because I don't think they make the called for color anymore. It's been on back order everywhere for 4 months, so I gave up. But yeah, I'm done. And in haul, I got the backing fabric too for it, and I'll show you that in a bit. But isn't it cute? I can't wait to make into a little pill. I don't know if I'll keep it, or maybe I'll give it to the guys at Heath's and they can sell it or something, or auction it off for charity, for all the stuff they need. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. Go Murky. I love Murky. So that's my finish, and those are my works in progress. Next, I got some Stitchy Kindness. I'm a little concerned because I don't really give Stitchy Kindness, or I haven't done that yet. I feel a little guilty because I've been the beneficiary of some really lovely things, and I have not yet reciprocated, and I really must get on that. But I don't know how. I guess you just make stuff or buy stuff and send it, right? That's what you do. So I'm going to. Crafty Kim. Look what she made me. Look at that. Look at those tiny stitches. Look at, focus on it because you need to see how tiny that is. Will that work? Anyway, it's freaking tiny, and it's an E for Ellen, or something else. Excellence. You can't have excellence without Ellen. So yes, this hangs on my my lamp, my Stitchy lamp. Another friend gave me a little velvet strawberry a few months ago, and this hangs right next to it and looks so pretty. So thank you, Crafty Kim. I love it. I'm keeping it away from the cats. Next, from Caroline, got some balm, B-A-L-M, balm. It's that stuff she made during Flossmas, and it smells really good. And my cuticles thank you, because my cuticles are a nightmare. I move my hands fast so that you can't see how completely rugged and battle worn they are. But yes, it smells nice and it feels good. It's not greasy at all. She had a tutorial on how to make it. Wayne, no. He's going to throw everything into disarray. Caroline had a tutorial. She went to her friend's place and they made this stuff. And it looked fairly simple, but not so simple that I'm going to do it, but so simple that I wouldn't feel bad asking Caroline to make me some when I run out of this. This will be good for in the van too, because all the dry air or air conditioning in a van makes your hands and your skin just go very, very dry. So this will be nice. But yeah, my cuticles need it. So thanks, Caroline. She also gave me and she gave this to me as a thanks for taking part in her Flossmas celebrations. I made a little funny video for her. And she didn't have to do this, but oh, it's a large ever totes. Oh, she calls it Ellen's Grammy bag. There's a story behind that, I'll tell you. But first I'll show you the notions tote. It's actually holding all the stuff for Elizabeth right now, so where's the notions tote? Oh, you know, I think I put the notions tote in a oh no, here it is. Ah, I got it. She's so good with putting these patterns together. So there's a reason that she gave me this bag and called it my Grammy bag. In 1995, the band was nominated for 3 Grammys. I can't remember which ones we were nominated for, but we didn't win any. We lost one to Sheryl Crow, one to like a four-piece boy, you know, I'll make love to you. I don't think it's that band, but I think it's the song I Swear, da 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 da. I think that was the song. I can't remember the name of the group, but they won the other Grammy that we were nominated for. And the last Grammy that we were nominated for, Green Day won. And so I've always joked, and this is a joke because I like Green Day, is damn Green Day stole my Grammy. So I made that joke to Caroline. So she said, now I finally have my Grammy. And Green Day, you can't have this. It's mine. I earned this. Damn Green Day stole my Grammy. So thank you, Caroline. It's beautiful. And you know I love your bags. I have many of them. They are kind of perfect. They are perfect. Another perfect bag maker is Caroline's friend Dawn. And she has a company. It's called the Knitsbestthing. And I believe it's on Etsy. I'll find a link and I will put it in the drop-down box. But look at this bag. She knows I love all things Asian, all textiles and design and artwork. She made this for me. And look at the little notions tote. I love it so much. It's awesome. I love this print. I love it. Look at that. Oh, Dawn, thank you so much. This is so beautiful. I think I'll use this for the Jane Marshall Stitch Along project. It's got a little handle so I can carry it with me when I go hither and yon with my stitchery doodle-doo. So that was really good. Now I've left this for last because this is some kind of magnificence. I gotta tell you, I'm gonna put a piece of white paper inside of it so that you can see it properly. It's a project bag. And Caroline's friend Joanne made it for me. I don't think she has an Etsy shop or anything like that. But she, I know she's a very generous multi-crafter and has, she does paperwork and stitching. Like she's, from what Caroline tells me, and I've only met her, literally, she threw the stuff at me at Chatham when she came to the show. She threw the stuff at me and they were gone. So I didn't really get a chance to properly thank her, but she made me this project bag of Superman, because we have a song that we do called Superman Song. It was very popular in Canada, not so much elsewhere. But she made this, but wait for this. It says Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour. Yes, it does. That is awesome. And I don't know if you can see, but in the middle, there's a white graphic of this. Because you know that's what I do at the end, right? Rock on. So she's got that in there. If I take the paper out, you can see that she's got this super adorable cross-stitch sampler fabric in the back. There's a lot going on here and it's all 100% good. So thank you, Joanne. This is a treasure to me. And the fact that, you know, you don't know me, you've never met me, you only know about me through Caroline, that you made that for me it's really lovely, and I'm very touched. I'm actually even more touched by the fact that she made a knitting bag for my mom. She didn't know my mom, but she made her a little sock knitting bag. Because my mom makes socks. And look at all those sheep knitting. Yeah, this one looks like my mom right here. So the ladies at church said, this one's my mom right here. What should we have for lunch? So thank you, Joanne. This is really, really sweet. And I know my mom will love it. And she's going to put the socks that she is making for me, because she's always got a pair of socks on the go for me, don't you, Mom? Or you should. Anyway, so this is really very sweet, and thank you very much, Joanne. That was just lovely. So thank you. All right, so that's my stitchy kindness. That's a lot. That's a lot of stitchy kindness. I gotta move all this because now I'm all mixed up. This goes here. All right, haul. Y'all know I love some haul, and I can't stop, and I won't stop. I could be buying crack cocaine instead of my cross stitch, so I'm using my money for good. Yes, so I can't stop, and I won't stop, and I know you don't want me to. You want me to keep spending my damn money. All right, so I got, where's that pattern? I got a couple of really cool patterns. Where did it go? I'm all mixed up. Oh, there they are. Got it. I'm together now. I got this Blackbird Designs, and of course, guess who inspired me to get this? Laura, Brenda. I can't watch them. They're very bad for my wallet, and I know that a lot of you agree with me. They are notorious enablers, but look how pretty that is. That's a nice little small, and I don't have a lot of small projects. And I like the sort of the blue and brown and green tones. I love those colors together. So I'm not going to do the whole thing that Laura's doing with them all together, because I think this is part of that series. I'm not going to do that, but I did want to do just this little one because it's cute. Darn it. I also got this pattern. Are you ready? Look at that bird border. Look at it. Look at her birds, Becky. I'm not crazy about the inside of it. Like the verse is not my jam. It's kind of a religious thing, and it's not my jam. So maybe I'll do a different verse, and I know you're not supposed to do that with reproduction samplers, but it's for me, and it's going to be in a landfill in 50 years. So does it matter? It does not matter. Ha ha ha. This is Eleanor Parr from The Scarlet Letter. I love their patterns. They're just so different and neat and fantastic. I think it's mostly cross stitch. There's a little bit of stem stitch in here, which I might just ignore and do it the way I want. Fiona, no. Another cat is coming to thwart me. I might just skip the stem stitch or whatever it is and just do like what that line stitch is. Like back stitching it or stitching. I'll figure it out. But I love that bird border, and I could put something really snarky in the middle. Y'all know I like to do snarky. Y'all, I'm basically Stitch in May. Y'all. Or Michelle Bendy. Hi, y'all. Michelle Bendy here. I'm not. Oh, it's so good. Go get it. I also got some Lady Dot fabric that's going to go with the pigs. This is going, I'm just going to go in the back of the pig pin keep. It is, what's it called? Musket? I thought it was muskrat. It's going to be perfect. Looks like there's some discoloration here, some sun damage, but I will cut that off. Or I will have the person who's going to do my finishing for me cut it off, because I don't do the sewing part. The only thing I can do so far is a flat fold and make cording from the Vana tutorials, and I'm okay with that. I don't need to be doing everything. I do, you know, for women like me who do too much, you know, it's just another thing that I have to do in my busy day. I do a lot. All right, next from 1, 2, 3. I got a few flosses. Would you like to see them? Would you like to see the flosses I got? I just put them on hoops and look at this. Look, Fiona, look at this. Look at all these floss. Ugh. I got a lot of reds because Brenda and Laura said that you should have all the reds. And I wanted to pick one for my Glorious sampler. It's all the big red letters. I've showed that, I guess, in December for my haul. But I'd like to start that, and so I bought a bunch of reds to pick from. And I am going with one that I didn't actually get. I'm going to go with Schoolhouse Red, which is on order from Kitten Stitcher. So I'll have more haul next time I come here to see you. Look at them all. Some are for projects, and some are just because I'm a loser. I'm a big fat loser who cannot stop buying stuff. Better than drugs. Or is it? I also got a couple of these because these are very good for when you have very small threads at the back and you got to drag them through, and I'm always losing them. And I got a couple of linens. Ah, what's that? Oh, I also got pea pod. It's not what I thought it was, so I probably won't use it for what I thought I was going to use it for. But I'll find some use for it. 36 count platinum Edinburgh. And this is from, I don't know, maybe R&R? It doesn't say, and I don't remember. But it's just a nice light neutral. I tend to like the light neutrals as opposed to the darker neutrals. I wish I was like Emily. She knows how to pick a good dark neutral. And this one I love, so I got a schwack of it. This is Fog Vintage Smoky, 32 count Vintage Smoky. Yes, and look at that. It's you know, off-white, but with little bits of gray and just a hint of tan. This is a perfect neutral, and I got like, I think this might even be a full yard. 36 by 55, yeah. I will never use this all in my entire lifetime, but I got it, and because I have some big pieces that I want to start. So yeah, so that and this 36 count platinum. I better start using up this 36 stuff. Maybe I'll use that for the Jane Marshall. I picked out a little scrap of doubloon, but maybe this will work too, because I want to start using 36 because I have a lot of it, and I've got to try. Oh, is that the Purelator man coming here? Or is he going to my neighbor's? I think he's coming here. He's coming here. Okay. It was the Purelator guy, and it was for me, but it was for my husband, so I didn't get anything in the mail. No presents for me. Stuff for him. I bet you it's a baseball cap. That guy has a lot of baseball caps. Want to see how many baseball caps he has? I'll insert a picture here. That's a lot of baseball caps. It's okay. We all have hobbies. Next, crap that's cool. Oh, this is dirty. Anyway, I'm going to show it to you anyway. Reusable produce bags. I picked these up at Farm Boy, which is kind of the Canadian version of Trader Joe's / Whole Foods, but on a much smaller scale. They do a lot of locally sourced produce and other things, and they have a lot of vegan options for me, and they have a really great like salad and hot food prepared section, and I go there once in a while and I have fun. But they were selling these reusable produce bags, and they're washable, and they're just really easy. I've been trying to cut down on my use of single-use plastics. And I know you can reuse plastic bags, but how many of them do we actually use? So I've only got 2, but I want to have, you know, maybe 10. So every time I go to Farm Boy, I buy these. And yeah, I'm just trying to cut down on my single-use plastics, like those plastic clamshells that a lot of prepared salads and cut fruit and stuff come in. We use too much of that stuff, and you know, you gotta do a little bit. I have some things that, you know, that I really need to work on in terms of being more environmentally friendly. For someone who claims to be, I need to double down on that. So this is the beginning of the vast reduction in single-use plastics for me, and that's part of it. So I'm sure you can get something like this at Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, but if you're a farm boy, do they have these in the States? I don't know. They weren't expensive. Go for it. All right, that's crap that's cool. Wife of the week. This week's wife of the week is near and dear to so many of us because she's freaking awesome. She is smart. She's got a vulnerability to her that she's got a vulnerability, but she's so tough. She's so tough, and I've never met her. I don't know her except for on Flosstube, so I'm just making assumptions based on what I see on the camera or on her videos. And I think with her, what you see is what you get. She seems a pretty down-to-earth, solid human being. She's a social justice warrior. She is, she stands up for the underdog, and you know, you gotta love someone like that. She's a social worker, and anyone who works in social work, like nursing, gets a tip of my hat because they get crap put on them and they do not get paid appropriately. You need more money. They definitely need more money. She's a color conversion master. She is a linen choosing goddess, and she is a cat lady, and she has the best cat buster. Of course, you know I'm talking about Emily C. from Eclectic Possesions. Emily C., you're my wife of the week, and I respect you and love you, and I love your videos, all of them. So here's to more videos from Emily C. Cheers to Emily C., everyone. I would use my tea, but I actually spilled it all over the floor just before I started filming. Luckily, it didn't get on anything that I have piled all around here. It just went all over the floor. So I'm toasting with my imaginary cup of tea. And I know that Erin is toasting with her Moscow Mule or her gin and tonic or whatever else she's having for breakfast. So yes, Emily, mwah. My bid on the side is Joanne, who gave me that gorgeous Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour bag. Yeah, she's my bid on the side for the week. I have to do something because a lot of you are saying that you want to be wives of the week, and I will not. You have to have a Flosstube if you want to be a wife of the week, but I will have bits on the side. So Joanne, you're my bid on the side. All right, let's get on to a giveaway, shall we? Because I know that's why you're all here. Where is it? I'll sing until I find it. I'll sing until I find it. I'll sing until I find it. The thing I'm giving away. I know you guys could just stop the camera, but instead I'll make these noises. I'm gonna have to stop the camera to find my giveaway pattern. Found it. It was right in front of me. So for this week's giveaway, I'm giving away this copy of Little House Needleworks, The Library. Look how cute that is. It's got all your favorite genres of literature. And I know that some of you might like books and cats, if you're like me. So yeah, look at that. It's adorable. I should have figured out what the size is, but it doesn't look too big. Let's take it out. So this is the first time I'm taking it out of the package, just so you know that it is pristine. Just to tell you the stitch count. And I shouldn't. Ugh. Nothing's wrong. Everything's fine. Well, 257 by 129. And it only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colors. There's a DMC conversion, and the rest is in Classic Colorworks. So yeah, I'm giving that away this week. And the code word will be book. I want you to tell me what your favorite book is. Not books, but book. And I know that's hard to put it down to one, so just tell me what a favorite book is. One of your favorite book. I'll draw for that next time. So yeah, I think that is it. Wayne, what are you doing? He's being cute. Yeah, so I guess that's it. It's always nice to come back and have a chat with you guys. And I am going to do a stitch with me. Enough of you said that you would watch it, that I think I will. I just have to find like a setup that I can do where it's not this setup. It's just a little different, just for interest's sake, right? So I will be doing a stitch with me at some point, maybe this week. Yeah, so thank you for watching my nonsense. And I hope, Caroline, can we get together in March maybe? Because I have lots of free time and it would be really nice to get together with Caroline for a little stitch and maybe shoot some video. I wish that I had more time to talk with her. Our little, she was waiting in line going past and they had to leave, so she couldn't wait till after. So I didn't really get a chance to, give her a hug or anything like that. But it was really fun to meet her. And we do have some video of when we met, and I will insert that here.
Oh my God, is it really you? You're the best person I've ever met. Oh my God, you're kind of my hero. Did you ever know that you're my stitchy hero, Ellen? You're the best thing in the world. I'm Caroline from Off the Grid, and I think Ellen Reid is the best. She's my favorite person in the whole world. You're the best stitcher in the world, Ellen. I'm so proud to call you my friend.
So yes, Caroline, it was wonderful to meet you. And really, I'm very flattered with the things you said. So until next time, I hope that you're enjoying everything you're stitching, and that, maybe join along at that SAL with me and Sarah, with Sarah and me. Join along on the SAL with Sarah and me for the Jane Marshall Hands Across the Sea sampler to benefit the 2 fire brigades in Australia. So yeah, do that. And the hashtag for that again is babysgotoutback, BABYS, babies. And I'll put that right here. So I guess that's it. Nice to see you again. And until next time, rock on!